In our last video, we talked about how we should be in submission to those who are in authority over us. And it's really easy to get out of line in this life. And here we find that the Holy Spirit through the scriptures is reminding us that when it comes to leadership in our lives, that we need to be walking in a humility towards them. So here's what it says in 1 Peter 2:15. This is the will of God, that by doing right, you may silence the ignorance of foolish men. So basically what he's reminding us here is that our actions speak louder than our words. Isn't it easy sometimes that we feel like, oh, I'm a follower of Christ now, but then we come to the conclusion, therefore no one can tell me what to do. I only obey God. And so it's really good for the scriptures to remind us once in a while that if we can't expect that we're being submitted to God if we're not submitted to the authorities that are in our lives. Why? Because submission is an attitude of our hearts, and it's just basically being humble. It's the willingness to be able to say, oh, I was wrong. You know, you're right. I did the wrong thing. That's a humble heart. If we have that humble heart towards earthly authorities, we're going to demonstrate that same humble heart to God. And then the scriptures here remind us that when we do the right thing, it actually silences the ignorance of people. Unfortunately, we live in a world where there's a lot of ignorance. Not everybody really is in the pursuit of truth. Some people take everything at face value, and now with the internet, well, it just seems like if it's on the internet, it's true. That's how people feel. But really, what people are looking for is an example that demonstrates who God is. So you and I have an amazing opportunity. What is the will of God? To do the right thing. Let's make right choices. Right choices at home. Let our wives see we're doing the right thing. Let our children see we're doing the right thing. Let our church see it. Let law enforcement see it. Let the people at the office see our desires to do what's right. And then it doesn't take much preaching, because the Bible teaches us that doing the right thing actually causes people to wise up. So then it says in verse 16, act as free men, but don't use your freedom as a cover for evil, but use it as bondslaves of God. So I'm free and I'm forgiven. Therefore, I'm going to come to the conclusion I've been set free so that I can serve the Lord. I've not been set free and forgiven so that I can do the right thing and just say, hey, God's got me covered. So let's remind ourselves, Christ bought us. We are the servants of the Lord. Do the right thing, and it